are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They're still riding with the middle of the pack, but trending upward.
And you know, right now for the Trailblazers, they love the situation they're in right now, playing very well, but looking ahead, they know there's still a lot left to prove.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, Damian Lillard is not just the best player on the Blazers, he's the team's unquestioned leader. But he said leadership is not all about talking. It's about letting others hold you accountable too. Being coachable and committing to a common purpose. For him, guys, being a leader doesn't mean he puts himself above his teammates.
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. Looking at the long season ahead, Brent, as a veteran player, what are some of the habits that keep your body going strong, staying healthy?
Teams have really gotten hip to the idea that we need to rest our star players as much as possible. So efficiency with the work that they do, I think, is the most important thing. Star guys who get into practice and are on the court for 50 minutes to an hour every day so that there's a rhythm that they can keep and the teammates can keep up along with them on the floor. That's what it's about for those guys. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Roy out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Walton. Then there's Carter. And it's Whiteside in at the 5 down low. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Hardaway is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at the 3 spot.
Well, he's effective in the catch and shoot dating back to his college days. Lillard has brought that skill to the pros.
Here's Murray. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's Lillard. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Out of bounds, Denver takes possession. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Millsap misses.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
And Vince Carter with the slam.
And you know Carter is taking off on the drive. When he has a head of steam like that, he's looking to tear off the rim.
Now here's Hardaway. And he just worked New York in that last game. Wide open look here for Murray. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Here's Roy. Lillard with it. Outside for Roy. 5 to shoot. Lets it fly. The Trailblazers rebound. And it's Walton missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here is Hardaway. To the paint. And Barton gets it to go on the assist from Penny Hardaway.
Smart play there from Barton to establish himself on the inside to convert.
Carter outside. Pass to Roy. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Barton against Carter. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Murray, no good.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
Now here's Hardaway. Murray, no good.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Carter inside the three-point line. Again, the Trailblazers good for two. Brent, you talk about all that travel for the Blazers. That can wear you down.
Well, interesting. The Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms, coffee before the game. It's very much hipster Pacific Northwest.
Here's Hardaway. They get it back. Martin passes to Murray. To halt the run. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find the rhythm?
Kept alive. And the shot goes in.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
So active defensively, and I love when they did force a turnover, they just flat out attacked. The points they got off turnovers swung the game in their favor.
Now a chance to see the numbers for Murray. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 18 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Now here's Lillard following the miss by Jokic.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And that one's good. Millsap.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
Carter against Barton. They double him with Barton. Outside Roy. Here's Walton. Out to Carter. Fires the three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Hardaway after the Trailblazers pick up 2. And it's rebounded by Bill Walton. Walton's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And Brandon Roy with the slam.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Free throw, good. Jokic. Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
And Jokic drops them both.
Well, a big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. You don't have to make those late substitutions. Put big guys on the floor.
Well, one thing that Nuggets fans can rest easy on is this team has its core in place.
No doubt about that. There's a lot to like about the future of the Denver Nuggets with Jokic at that center position. and the huge extension signed this offseason by Jamal Murray. That's a fantastic duo between your 5 and your point guard to build on.
And that one falls for Carter.
You go back to 2015, the Blazers lost 4 of their 5 starters in the offseason. So instead of rebuilding, they retooled around Damian Lillard, and what a piece to retool behind. Amazing how far they've come in the past couple seasons where they've placed in the Western Conference.
Vince Carter hits them both. Well, you know, Brent, you've got to give a lot of credit to the Blazers front office, continuing to fortify this roster with under-the-radar acquisitions.
Interesting adjusting around a couple of albatross contracts to now have a team that's capable at positions that a lot of teams are trying to fill. That's the wing position.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard, he's coming off an excellent season. 3rd in free throw percentage, 10th in scoring, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And just going back to his free throw efficiency, it's about confidence when you're at the line. You've always said it. He had it. That's how he ended up with the top 3 ranking. Now here's Roy. He's got 8.
And the defense from Millsap definitely has an impact on the trajectory of that one.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
This is the list of last season's top shooters from the Charities Fund. These guys were practically automatic. Damian Lillard, 3rd.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Hardaway against Lillard. 20 feet out. And Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway has got his 2nd bucket.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Carter outside. Roy against Murray. Outside Roy. Oh, Whiteside in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
As soon as that pass was released, Whiteside's eyes lit up, and he finishes that off with some style.
Hardaway kicks to Murray. Pass to Barton. He dishes it to Millsap. Here's Hardaway. Hardaway. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. Millsap dishes to Barton. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Jokic finds Barton. Just 4 to shoot. From deep 3-point range.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Lillard against Hardaway. Pulls up. Here's Carter. Plays it up and banks it in. Carter's got 8 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Hardaway, and the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic, and it's Gary Harris in for Will Barton. And Portland with a change here too. Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Trailblazers leading by 15. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Now Carter. Dishes it to Lillard. They get it again. Nurkic. Plumlee with some nice D. Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against Vancouver. Here's Hardaway. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkic. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper
Right.
or a wink.
Take a break.
You know, the way that they look
both
at it.
sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. Sometimes I like to see them getting after a little bit.
And Hardaway's nickname came from his grandmother. She was calling him Pretty, but with that southern drawl, it sounded like Penny.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Millsap. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Good on the second free throw.
Well, Coach Mike Malone has grown up with this young Nuggets team. He says that he believes in the youth of this team.
Well, the future is so bright for the Denver Nuggets, and really where you have to give Mike Malone a ton of credit is when they made the decision between their 2 bigs, Jokic and Nurkic, sticking with Jokic and then changing their entire offensive style to play from a point center position. It has paid huge dividends.
Here's Grant following the score by Vince Carter. Plumlee, the pass to Morris. Carter against Harris. Over Carter. Off the left rim and out. Portland leading by 16. Down low, Hardaway with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Harris with the ball. And there's Penny Hardaway on the assist by Harris. Hardaway has got 7 points in the game.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Now, here's Nurkic. An 11-point game for him in the win again.
The other part of his game was the outstanding D. Shot blocking is a huge momentum shifter, and his 2 blocks really turned the game in their team's favor.
To the middle. And the dunk by Grant.
Grant, one of those big guys that gets up off the ground like a guard. Love to see him throw it down.
And Lillard kicks to Hood. Pass to Walton. And Hardaway comes to help. And a wide open look for Hood. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Walton's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Grant dishes to Morris. Plumlee trying to break loose. Morris, no good.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Here's Morris, following the score by Damian Lillard. Morris looking over the floor. Here's Plumlee, and it's sent back by Carter. Hardaway against Hood. And again, it's Portland converting.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
Hardaway against Hood. Top of the key. Misses off the right iron. Trailblazers leading by 18. And that comes off the assist by Bill Walton. Walton's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Now here is Harris, another key contributor to that nice win against New York. Morris with the bucket.
Just continuing to develop an overall game that was evident coming into the league. Gary Harris getting better at spotting the open man.
Here's Nurkic. Over in the corner, Lillard drills it from outside. Lillard's got 10 points.
Defense shaking their heads, no idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
And Walton sends it back.
And how about the anticipation and timing? You know, we talk about Walton's offense. How about the defense, though, he provides for this team?
And the Trailblazers making a change here. To the inside, here's Morris, up and in on the layup.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it. Scoring has always been Lillard's strength, but last season a career high in assists, and you wonder how much a healthy Nurkic is going to help propel this team as they've equipped themselves with some interesting players at the wing position to try to take another step forward in the Western Conference.
The free throw drops for Lillard. And watching film is becoming an obsession for Damian Lillard.
Well, that's a great way to learn, visually sitting down and not only looking at your opponents, but where it is maybe where you can take advantage and stay in your zone. Lillard committed to the game and committed to improving.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And the pass to Nurkic. From deep. Rebounded by Hardaway.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Pass to Nurkic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Jusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20-25-5 game, the Bosnian Beast, making a name for himself.
Lonley's checked in for Grant.
Nurkic is a double-double machine every night. There's not a lot of teams right now, Kevin, that are equipped on their roster to handle the kind of size that Nurkic can bring.
Trailblazers leading by 22. Trent passes to Lillard. Nurkic with it. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Now, here is Morris. 14 points from him the last game against New York. We talk about solid role players, Brent. Mason Plumlee fits the bill.
Does such a great job consistently of coming in, being a physical player, setting screens and rolling. Probably an underrated part of his game is the way that he passes the ball, but never is going to get your team out of sorts with the way that Mason can play within his role.
Whiteside's checked in for Portland. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. Clock at 6. Here's Trent. Tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
The Trailblazers have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
It's just been interesting how it is that Ariza keeps getting on teams, and then the same thing is said about him, about a championship presence, a veteran leader, and still plays some very solid defense at the wing.
And that one released in time, but no good.
Well, he typically carries such a heavy load on offense. Lillard shows the energy to get it done on defense as well.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. It's the Trailblazers as they wrap up the first quarter with a huge surge, an 18-6 run. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like that is the thing I play. Like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old, I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. That like I think it's passion. I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Trailblazers enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
On the floor for Portland, we've got Hood. Whiteside is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2 spot. Denver shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Pass to Vonleh. Harris outside. Back to Vonleh. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Vonleh's got his first points of the night.
Still working on his post game. Vonleh using that giant 7'3" wingspan to full advantage.
Here's Trent. He had 13 points in the win again.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
Jokic, he's checked in for Denver. Jamal Murray comes in for Hardaway. Here's Trent. He's covered by Murray. Clock at 4. From 17 feet out. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Denver. With the floater. Murray, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Morris, no good. Portland leading by 22. Passes it to Trent. Lillard outside. There's the triple. Denver grabs the miss.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Now look at Harris throw it down there. Awesome elevation on the slam.
Here's Trent. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And Denver has possession. The Blazers getting the bucket. Vonleh off target from three-point range. Ariza goes in.
Give him these kind of chances, and Trevor Ariza is going to hurt you.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade, a chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Millsap comes in for Vonleh, and Barton subbed in for Gary Harris. And a switch here also for Portland. Roy's checked in.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? They can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, I mean, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as a big.
Both ends of the floor. I totally agree.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
The Nuggets trail by 21. Morris inside, covered by Lillard, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, Millsap completely fools the defense there and gets hit as a result on the shot.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And from the line a season ago, 73%.
Well, you think about the season that Millsap was injured 2 years ago and how much that took away some development. Then a year later, Denver does some great things with Millsap in the lineup. Then they re-sign him this offseason thinking they can take another step. And Paul Millsap, such a good, solid defender and scorer, was devastating for them in the playoffs and a source of valuable offense on that end. Paul Millsap, the veteran and the adult in the room for this Denver team.
And for Millsap, he's a vocal leader when he's on the floor.
Well, his defensive numbers were so off the charts when he played in Atlanta for the Hawks alongside Al Horford. That's the reason I think that Tim Connelly and the Denver Nuggets looked at the addition of Paul Millsap, providing them foundation on a nightly basis. He could be the concrete for them on the defensive end of the floor.
Now, here is Morris. 8 points for him. 6 to shoot. Outside for Millsap. Connects from three-point range. Millsap's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, defensively, you know the 3-ball is a shot that Paul Millsap has worked on and gotten better at.
Roy, another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Kicks it to Lillard. Here's Whiteside. Millsap with the steal. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Walton's checked in for Portland. The Nuggets trail by 18. Murray surveying the D. The pass to Jokic. Barton kicks to Murray. Pass to Morris. Shot clock at 5. At the teardrop. That one, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
A nice shot by Roy.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
On the wing, Morris. 8 points for him. Offensive rebound. Here's Jokic. Knocked loose. Morris outside. Tries yet again, and the shot goes in. Morris has got 10 points. Trailblazers leading by 18. Ariza outside. Pass to Trent. Shoots over Barton. Trent gets the bucket. Trent's got his second basket of the night.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. There were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors lost to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. And for the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league who believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened, there's no doubt, DA. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you. For the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Carter in for Trevor Ariza. Now, here is Morris. 10 points for him. It's hauled in by Trent. From 10 feet out, the putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Passes it to Jokic. And here is Morris. Back to Jokic. Murray outside. 4 on the clock. Three-pointer. Rebound, Bill Walton. Walton's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Here's Carter. The shot's good. Roy making the play. And that's 12 points for Vince Carter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Morris right side. Jokic lays it up off the glass. Jokic has got 4 points in the quarter.
I just don't think that Jokic is ever in a hurry out there, which helps in that set.
Outside Roy. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Nuggets. On Wednesday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum. Then on Friday, they'll be playing the Timberwolves in Minnesota. And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic big and blocking.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Grant comes in for Jokic. Hardaway is subbed in for Morris.
Jeremy Grant.
Here's Hardaway. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And there's the pass to Nurkic. Good work defensively by Millsap.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint. And the Nuggets franchise still looking for their first trip to the NBA Finals.
How about the franchise making the ABA Finals back in 1976? So it's been quite elusive here in the mountains to get the finals back to Denver. 40 years ago, still looking for that trip.
Now here is Hardaway. Brandon Roy unable to get his shot to go. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. From 17 feet out, the Trailblazers get it back in a new 14.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane, they're hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Outside Hardaway. Over Roy. The offensive rebound. Here's Millsap. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Bill Walton.
Subtle, but effective. Millsap's so hard to guard, getting that pump fake there and the D to bite.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
And he makes the first. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
Here's Trent. He's got 6. Pass to Roy. Back to Carter. Shoots over Barton. And it's Carter missing. The Nuggets trail by 20. Barton surveying the floor. Pass to Millsap. Poked away. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Looking now at the numbers for Will Barton. Last season's performance for him. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And you look at his skill set, and I think it's just a matter of time before he commands a bigger presence on this team.
Yeah, just a bit rough around the edges, GA, but he has the tools. He just needs to sharpen them.
To the paint. Very pretty alley-oop layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Murray, the pass to Grant. And you see Jeremy Grant on this team. He means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
That free throw missing.
Well, a long time Jeremy Grant was a role player that just came off the bench, and last season starting most all of the games. He showed how well he could fit in as a 5-man, and now with the Nuggets, if he can bring that kind of energy off the bench with his length, his athleticism, it gives another dynamic to this young Nugget nucleus.
Here's Hardaway. The Blazers getting the bucket. Grant finds Harris. And here is Murray, defended by Carter. Murray, no good.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
And with Grant as a starter, his energy and effort were infectious. But Grant not likely to start that many games with the Nuggets.
No, and I think that when you look at Jeremy Grant having come off the bench before, that for a player like that, he's going to be comfortable knowing that his impact on the team is going to continue to help the Nuggets be a deep run playoff squad. He knows the potential of what they can do, and he's another piece of great depth to this Nugget roster.
Here's Harris following the score by Vince Carter. Fires from 18, and again it's Denver.
Well, he's a tremendous shooter, is Jamal Murray, and nice to see him get to the mid-range and knock that one down.
Hood dishes to Carter. Passes to Nurkic. Back to Carter. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Gary Harris.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
And last season for the Blazers, all about bouncing back from their embarrassing first-round sweep at the hands of the Pelicans.
Well, that was definitely a motivator, and I think they put that to bed. Wanted to focus on being the best team that they could be towards the end of last season, and that Nurkic injury really took some wind out of their sails, but they continued to compete and still made noise in the postseason.
Now, here's Grant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a moment here to check out some numbers for Nurkic. Coming off a terrific season, 11th in rebounding and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. Now here is Carter. He's got 17. It's good. Carter's got 19 points.
Yeah, they're going.
Going to have a nice little run here.
Denver's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Outside Hardaway. And he uses the glass on the layup. Hardaway has got 6 points in the quarter.
And just fluid off the dribble. Great length to finish, and Hardaway attacking now with purpose.
Roy. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee. For Portland, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. At the line for 2. That's good from Roy.
So many finishers on this Denver Nugget team, and a great second unit that comes in and changes the pace. It's the passing that really helps that Denver Nugget offense get into a flow and make them very difficult to guard. Not a surprise they were second in assists last year.
Plumlee's checked in for Denver. Here's Murray. Inside. Plumlee. The shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, watching that game quarter to quarter, they sped up, they slowed down, but they executed in every facet.
Hardaway with a wide open look, and it's Portland with the rebound. Walton's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. They get it back. Nurkic, he scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
Yeah, put that one away with the contact, and I'm not sure, Kevin, there are times when maybe he doesn't even feel it.
Now Murray. From deep 3-point range. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Mike Malone. Things got away from you guys in the first half. What happened out there?
Transition baskets, offensive rebounds, 2 of the areas that we knew coming into this game that we had to control. There's no sense of urgency right now. We're just shooting the ball. We're waiting to get back, and they're getting easy runouts.
Lots of cleanup, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny?
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
They were Brick City, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Brandon Roy really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So out there for the Nuggets right now, at the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. Jamal Murray is out there with Hardaway. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
He kicks it to Barton. Denver passing it around, goes up the baseline, and he overshot that one, missing. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. Roy attacking. It's good. Roy's got 22 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Outside Hardaway. To the paint. Here's Jokic. And Whiteside sends it back.
Well, those kind of shots should come with a warning label. Caution, Hassan Whiteside is around. He's simply one of the best shot blockers in the league.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Shooting for Portland, Bill Walton. Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line.
A great season for the Nuggets last year, winning the Northwest Division. Kind of a tough way to go out in the postseason for them as they lost to the Portland Trail Blazers. But overall, a terrific direction and lots of room to grow that has them excited about the Denver Nuggets competing at an elite level this season. So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
No good. They had a chance to end the run there. You know, Brent, for what the Nuggets did last season, they show they're going to be a factor for years to come.
Well, they had big wins over a lot of key opponents last year. I mean, really stepping up to the level of their competition. And they demonstrated that they're one of the best teams in the Western Conference. But there is room to grow. Hopefully that motivation is something that gets them to the next level.
Now here is Carter after the miss from Damian Lillard. On the wing, Brandon Roy. There's the pass to Lillard. Over Hardaway.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level. And his tonight has been high.
The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Whiteside.
There's a quiet intensity that Jokic plays with, especially on defense. Made that shooter a little bit nervous.
The rebound by Walton.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here is Carter. 22 points for him.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Hardaway for 3. Traps in the tray. Hardaway has got 18 points.
And in getting that 3 to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by Portland.
Lillard from outside, and it's Lillard again missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
Jokic passes to Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
And how about they don't waste any time matching that throwdown with one of their own.
A show of their determination right there. Now, here's Lillard. 16 points for him.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
The Nuggets have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Roy against Murray. It's Jokic top of the key. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got 11 rebounds in the game.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
At the elbow, Jokic. Roy against Murray. Back to Jokic. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Denver shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Pass to Jokic. Looking to get it going. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Hassan Whiteside. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
Well, the 6'10" Serbian Jokic is doing a little bit of everything. A decent scorer, a determined rebounder, and of course, an elite passer.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Morris is checked in. Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Jokic drops them both. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James, whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Got that one up quick. Carter's got 12 points here in the second half.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Morris against Lillard. Morris passes to Jokic. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And Carter has it in the corner. That ball. Great assist by Brandon Roy. Roy's got his 5th assist in this one. And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. Jokic against Lillard. Out to the wing. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Nikola Jokic. Great showing for him last season. He's averaged 20 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
The role consists of rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else he gives you is found change in the couch.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers.
And that's what you want to do with Whiteside, feeding him the ball in the paint where he makes the defense collapse.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. The Nuggets making a switch here. Grant's checked in, and both free throws good from Whiteside.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Jokic, even though we look at his body and you don't think he plays physically, he can do that.
He's gone 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Jusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portland. Rodney Hood comes in for Vince Carter. And Lillard gets to Ariza. He lobs it up. And Brandon Roy with the slam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Hardaway finds Jokic. Out to Hardaway. Jacks up a three. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Hardaway has got 10 points here in the second half. Outside Hood. Pass to Roy. And they double up Roy. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. To the middle. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Nurkic getting up there and waiting that rim.
Denver's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Passes it to Jokic. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Lillard. Count that one. Lillard's got 18 points.
Well, sometimes you got to take a picture and understand what the defense is giving up, and Lillard took advantage there.
Here's Jokic. Nurkic with the block. Roy against Hardaway. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. The Nuggets number 1. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
So many second chance opportunities for both of these clubs a season ago, and they really took advantage.
And that one falls for Roy. A different look for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. And Harris subbed in for Will Barton. Roy hits them both. Denver shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Lillard against Morris. Floats one. Here's Plumlee. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Athletic and quick, Plumlee is a good partner in the pick-and-roll game if delivered.
To the inside. Lillard. The shot's good. Roy making the play. Roy's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now, here's Grant. He's got 5. Plumlee, the pass to Hardaway. Turnaround Jay. That shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way. Ariza outside. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
Ariza busting out some moves there.
Denver shooting a pretty wretched 28% in the third quarter. This offense needs to maybe try some different angles. And the pass to Harris. And again, Denver with the triple.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
And Lillard gets double-teamed to the left wing. Here's Nurkic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Excellent footwork inside from Nurkic there to put the D in an awkward position and force them to foul him there.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And so, Brent, you and I know the legend of Nurkic. Back in Bosnia, a sports agent read an article about a huge policeman, 7 foot, 400 pounds. And this agent tracked down this policeman and asked him, do you have a son?
Well, that son is Jusuf Nurkic, the guy you're seeing out there. And 14 years of age, Jusuf Nurkic had never played the game of basketball. So the agent took him under the wing, and the rest is pretty much history here, Kevin.
I like that story.
And it's easy to see why a team would want Ariza on their roster. Makes the right decisions, mentors young players, and is well respected throughout the league.
Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza. And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Now here's Vonleh. Ariza covering. That one goes in. Morris has got 12.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Here's Trent. He's got 6, and it's Lillard missing.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Morris trying to free himself up. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Ariza with the bucket.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Morris, following the score by Trevor Ariza. Here's Lillard. Goes back up. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 22.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
To Vonleh. Kicks to Plumlee. In the corner, it's Harris. And another miss by Denver. And here are the Blazers. They're on a 17-7 run. Lillard with it. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Yeah, all night long he's just been on it. He's feeling it, and Lillard will start to call his own number in some of these sets.
Morris outside. Back to Hardaway. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, he played a seamless first half, but in the second half, some poor decisions right here. He continues to throw the ball away.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Denver. Portland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Pass to Trent. Back to Lillard. Teardrop shot, and the layup is good. Lillard's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Vonleh. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Hardaway. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Walton's checked in. Plumlee against Nurkic. Plumlee dishes to Murray. And that one is good. Murray's got 10 points in the game.
Meeting the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Here's Trent. 6 points for him. Passes it to Walton. Kicks it out to Ariza. Just 5 to shoot. Trailblazers keep it alive. And Nurkic gets it to go.
And you can see the second chance points now starting to be a major factor.
Harris, bounce pass. The pass to Murray. Three-pointer. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Walton fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
On the free throw, no good. Nuggets shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Here's Murray. Rebound, Bill Walton. And for Portland, they're shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Nailed from three-point land. 9 points in the game so far.
Ariza's been in the league a long time, so a great job of reading the defense with some rhythm that time.
On the wing, Harris. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Craig. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Lillard surveying the D. Pass to Trent. Pass to Ariza. Second chance shot. He lays it in. Ariza's got 10 points in just the second half.
A strong finisher around the rim. Ariza with the size to do some damage.
Now here's Murray. 10 points for him. On the wing, Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Harris has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Nuggets. And so it's Portland holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a quick look now at the State Farm